Welcome to another episode of RSFFL Live. I'm your co-host Robert Harris, and we have a special guest today, a la kind of like a Stephen A. Smith first take action. We got Mr. Henry Bailey co-hosting us today of the Hen Dog Sushi Smacker. Say hello, Henry.
Good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here with you this evening.
All right. Good to have you, though, Henry. Good to have you. Glad you can make it. As we always do, starting out our show, we're going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. We'd like to thank those guys over at Youth Passing League for being a title sponsor with us. They're doing a great job, doing a lot of things for our league. We appreciate it greatly. We also want to give a special shout out to the Lane family once again. We'll give a shout out for the shot of the week. There's some guys in that cellar, man. I know they're making some good money off the Lane fans making some good money off those guys in the cellar taking those shots on Sunday and Monday night. Also, those great guys over at Febreze. There's a lot of haters in this league, man. I'm sure there's a lot of haters and there's a lot of pretenders, man. You always want to get a nice little spray, man. Spray those guys out the way, get some nice clean air going. All right. Those guys over at Nike Fuel Band, once again, they're back. Coaches Cadets, man, we put up over 170 points last week. Nike Fuel Band, they're doing a great job for us, man. Our guys are staying active and staying in shape. And then those great guys over at Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light. This Bud's for you, all right? This Bud's for you. Now, the Bud Light is more so for the guys celebrating, the coaches that are having good games, want to crack back a brew after great weeks of hard work. In Cleveland, there, Hen Dog. Don't you have a few guys over there with you, the Sushi Smackers?
Oh, yeah, man. We're getting our Class B so bad. We need some Gatorade to keep ourselves hydrated, man, from that bullshit that's going on. So special shout out to those guys over at Gatorade. And every time you get yourself in a loss, like we've been in the last 2 weeks, reporters always coming to your face, talking to you, whatnot. You got to make sure you have fresh breath. Keep you some extra spearmint gum on hand. Special shout out to those folks over at Extra. We appreciate their sponsorship.
Oh, man. Great job. We appreciate it all, man. Appreciate all the sponsors, man. You keep the show and the league going. Hen Dog, we had some couple of trades this week, didn't we?
Oh, did we ever? We sure did. First trade we talk about is a trade between my team, the Hen Dog Sushi Smackers, and Camp Creek Cartel. This is a pretty good trade. A pretty solid trade. From the Hen Dog Sushi Smackers, you sent the Wesley Welker, the law firm, in return for Doug Martin and Dwayne Bowe. Okay, that's the first trade of the week, and it's a pretty good trade. I'm sure there'll be some commentary on that. The next trade is with another trade involving the Camp Creek Cartel, and that trade is with you, coaches Cadets. You traded to him Maurice Jones-Drew, and then Dan Bailey for Matt Prater. So. It seems as though you were just trying to get this guy MJD out of it.
Man, we had a meeting with him. It just wasn't working out. And we would take anything we could get from him. We value Matthew Prater. We think, him and Peyton were going to put up a lot of points for us. We just wanted Maurice out of here. And Camp Creek wanted to take him.
You could have got from Maurice Jones-Drew, man.
Bag of popcorn, a pack of extra gum, anything. I would have taken for him. And we're happy that we came back with Prater. Speaking of these trades, there's been a lot of trades this year, man. The league is active, man. From before the draft, since the summit, there's been a lot of trades are going on. But a couple of owners have questioned the validity of some of these trades. For instance, and I hate to call out this owner, but the Camp Creek Cartel owner, Brandon Childs, before the season even started, he traded Jason Witten for Ahmad Bradshaw, Jermichael Finley. That was a good trade. But then since then he's traded off those two guys, and all he's gotten back of all the trades he's made this year is a hurt Percy Harvin. From Jason Witten to a hurt Percy Harvin. I think sometimes I don't know what's going on, but hey.
So you think he should slow it down a bit?
Well, I don't know. I can't tell a guy to slow it down or not pause, but I just don't see. I don't see what's going on there. But I think this last trade was a good trade for both teams. So we'll see. But let's move on to our most popular segment, the High Roller and Cellar Dweller. Last week we started on a positive note. And let's do that again this week. The High Rollers, we're going to have 3 this week. Normally we only have 2, but, man, we had 3 teams over 170. Another 2 with 160, honorable mention. All right, we'll go to the honorable mention with They Say Who That and Granite Prime, honorable mention. But at the top, Arian Foster Care, huge game this week. He had 176. He had 6 guys over 20, led by Arian Foster. I'm sure he's happy about that. Congratulations, Arian Foster Care.
Oh, certainly.
Then yours truly coaches cadets, 174 points, 4 guys over 25, led by Tony Gonzalez. It's a big game for us. Nike Fuel Band, we appreciate you guys. Man, once again, the SWAT Kings, man. It's 3 out of 4 weeks, Henry, that he's been on a high roller. I mean, he's rolling, all right?
This guy, man, I mean, what can you say about him? You can't say enough.
He had 4 guys over 25, led by Reggie Bush. But Henry, we looked at his roster and noticed he had Darren Sproles on his bench with 36 points. So he might have had 200 again.
Boy, got an AR-15 sitting on his bench.
Good night. And then the poor old cellar dwellers, man. I mean, we'll start out with Team Wood Pauls, man. He still can't get $1, man. 91 points. I mean, the PPR league, I'm telling you, man, it's the extra effort, all right, to get under 100. He had 4 guys under 10 points, all right? 4 guys under 10, 91, man. Luckily, this episode here, I think we're going to have Team Wood call in and have an interview. So we look forward to speaking with him. And then Hendog, man, 72 points. I mean, you had 7 guys under 10 points.
7 guys.
I mean, that's just awful. I mean, but Henry, man, you had 2 weeks in a row you've been under 100. All right. This week you're in the cellar. I mean, how do you feel about this, man?
I don't feel good about it at all. Actually, it's very depressing. It's stressful. I feel like it's got something to do with the city of Cleveland, the fans and stuff. I don't fucking know, man. But again, we getting our class whooped, man. I mean, our guys are just not showing up. You know, we paying these guys, so I don't understand it. You know, these guys are professionals, and nothing's going right. But granted, last week I didn't have my best guy in there at QB. He was on a bye, and my top running back, he's still trying to get adjusted to a new system. And I just don't know, man. And hopefully we get better. In fact, man, in an effort to get better, we're soliciting all recommendations from the media.
Right.
We're taking recommendations from folks that have never played football, anything and everything to get us on the right track. We're looking forward to that.
Right. So it sounds like your plans to turn it around and anything necessary, by any means.
Man, we might go Nancy Kerrigan on these motherfuckers, man. We might start hitting folks in the kneecaps. I don't know, but we'll see.
All right. Now let me. I'm just looking through the media. All right. There seems to be some back and forth banter with yourself and Ground and Pound. I mean, what's up with that, man? What's that about?
It's quite clear. I mean, I don't like him.
All right.
I don't like him. I don't like the way his organization is run. I don't like the players on his organization. I don't like anything about him. I mean, nothing whatsoever. He's a snake in the grass. And you can't cut your grass low enough to snake out of there. You understand what I'm saying?
Can't catch a oh man. Good night. I mean, hey, I don't think you're the only person that feels that way about him. But hey, he's 500. He's 2-2, just coming off a pretty good performance. Not pretty good, a great performance, over 160 points. But
man, I've never seen a guy who's never won anything talk so much.
Hey, maybe we'll get him back on the show soon and let him speak for himself. But let's move forward. I appreciate that those Andrew answered those questions. Let's move forward to our rankings. What are we looking like for the Rockstar poll, Hendog?
We'll start from the bottom, as my boy Drake does, and we'll start with the putrid Ground and Pound team. They're there somehow, who knows why, at number 5. Arian Foster Care comes in at number 4. The Houston Hustlers is coming in at number 3. He's turned his organization around from previous years' poor performances. Then we've got the Coaches Cadets coming in at number 2. And then, as everyone probably would expect, SWAT Kings are coming in at number 1 with a 4-0 record, leading the league in every category you can imagine.
Right. So, yeah. Yeah, that's and I just got word from our producers, Mr. Eric Thornton. Shout out to our producer Eric Thornton. All right, I just got word that we got SWAT Kings on the line here. So we're gonna have a quick word with them in a second. But just real quick before we do that, I mean, just look at this. Let's look at the league, man. Obviously, like we said, SWAT Kings at the top. So while we know he's at the top, matter of fact, let's get him on the line here. hold 1 second, Hen Dog. We'll bring you right back in the next segment. Let me holler at SWAT Kings real quick, all right?
Sure enough.
Mr. Carlos King. All right, here we go. There we go. We got him on the line here. All right, Carlos. Congrats. First of all, congrats on your 4-0 start. I mean, you have 8 top 10 players. You're high roller 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, how does it feel to be the number 1 team in the league? And how do you keep your team humbled and on the ultimate goal with all this early success?
One opponent at a time, one matchup at a time. And once week 13 hit...
Excuse me. How does it feel, Los?
Well, Coach, it feels good to be the number 1 team in the league thus far. But we're not investing a lot of stock in this number 1 ranking. Early in the season, hell, it's only week 5. And it's a long season. If I'm not mistaken, 12 regular season weeks. And the ultimate goal is to get land a spot in the playoffs. And that's what we're striving for. So, we're going to continue to grind 1 week at a time, 1 opponent at a time, 1 matchup at a time. And once week 13 hit, we should be primed to make a strong run for a championship title.
Thanks, Los. That was a good answer. Henry, what do you think about that, Henry? They can't see you, but they can hear you.
Man, I mean, he's towing the company line. One matchup at a time, 1 team at a time. 1 week at a time. He's right, but I do think he's understating it a bit. His team's got much to be proud of. He had a hell of a draft. He's been doing some great work from the front office, man. I think I understand it's a humble approach, but sometimes you gotta toot your own horn every now and then. I think today is a great time to do that. You start off the quarter pole of the season 4-0, undefeated. Doesn't get much better than that.
And this next question, it looks like that he's brought in the first lady of SWAT Kings to help him answer this next question, Kim Oski. But Carlos, a lot of owners seem to take offense in the way your organization carries itself on and off the field, or off the field most of the way. What do you have to say about that?
Coach, I honestly don't have anything to say as it relates to how another organization feel about us. I'll let Kamoska answer this question for you.
Well, Lee, I've been rehired, and
Wow. Fired.
And I think it just speaks to his competitive nature as well as his passion for the game. I just think that he's very passionate, and no one is exempt. So that's just speaking on his nature. So with that being said, Team King.
You don't like how we carry ourselves? Fuck you.
Oh, Kimoski didn't like that. Kimoski did not like that. Hold 1 second, Hen Dog. I can't hear you, but Kimoski did not like that at all. All right. I mean, there you go, Hen Dog. You there?
I'm here.
Yeah, man. It's tough out here, man, on these streets, man. When you're you got to do it all, man. We need a bigger budget. But what do you think about Kimoski out on there?
Yeah, I think I like the total household approach. I'm waiting when he's gonna bring the daughters onto the team. But what's their role gonna be? I mean, you got the whole family on there, family approach, and she's told the company line as well. And no nonsense. We don't give a fuck about you type of approach. And I got a problem with it myself.
All right, and here we go. Oh man, looks like that boy hasn't changed clothes on it. But Carlos, you put together an awesome roster, man. You did it through the draft picks and free agent acquisitions. What's your secret to player personnel decisions? Oh, man, we lost them. We lost them. Let me get him back. Satellite.
Must be scouting another player.
Ah, man, let me find him. Smith. Here we go. Here he is.
Well, honestly, Coach, there's no secret to player personnel decisions. What we do here in the SWATs is solely based on scouting, interviews amongst coaches, family, friends of these players, peers, teammates. We put in a lot of time in the off-season and preseason to figure out what kind of guys we would like to have in our organization. Along with that, once we interviewed these guys and saw that they were the right fit, signed them, brought them aboard. Find out that guys that have a lot of high target games have a lot of high points, and our success pretty much speaks for itself.